Would you like to learn what are the top 10 altcoins in AI, gaming, and meme coins that you should be buying in this bloodbath for 100x gains? I am going to be looking at gaming, AI, and meme coin cryptocurrencies with the potential to make incredible returns in the bull market, which I'm going to be explaining to you why I think we have got that coming very shortly. Now, most of these cryptocurrencies are going to be degen cryptocurrencies. So, as usual, nothing I say is to be construed as financial advice. Crypto is largely unregulated and high risk, and people who invest should be prepared to lose all their money. And everything I say to you in this video is for informational and educational purposes only. My name's Suppoman, your superhero of 100 to 1000x gems. I have found them in the past, in the present, and I'm going to be finding them in the future. So if you love content like this, then make sure that you smash a like on this video. It's very, very simple. You just tap that like button, bash it, impregnate it, make a baby with it. I'm using that a lot. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and turn post notifications on so you don't miss these live streams, because sometimes the prices that you'll see will never return. Also, what I'd like to implore you to do is to subscribe to my new gaming channel, where I have been uploading games I've been playing, but also I'm going to be using this to talk about cryptocurrencies and give you a lot of knowledge from the inside, which you will get a lot from this video. So just tap the subscribe button and watch those videos, because all of these videos are awesome. So, we have got a lot to cover in today's episode, because we saw a bloodbath in yesterday's market. We saw over $1.93 trillion wiped out of the US stock market. One of the greatest crashes that we have seen in modern times. And in fact, I referred to yesterday as Black Monday. Black Monday refers to 1987's stock market crash, which was violent. And we had a very, very violent crash yesterday. We did see that Bitcoin went from about 72k down to 55k recently, but this took over a month to actually play out. But what we saw basically in the last week is we saw Bitcoin go from 68,000 down to, well, according to what I saw yesterday, 49,000. One of the biggest losses ever. Now, if you actually were to tune into my Twitter, you would have seen that I posted this as all the bloodbath was going on. This I posted as everything was happening, everything was at their lows, and I said I expect a strong reversal in the crypto market. No one knows the direction of the market. I certainly expected a V reversal in the relief rally, but my opinion is that the up-only phase does begin soon. And this is a shakeout point to buy cryptos that you've been eyeing up for a long time. What I believe this is just a temporary step out of risk on assets. And a lot of it was caused by what's known as a perfect storm. And that perfect storm was all of this. Trump presidency odds decreasing, recession fears. There's been this SAM indicator, SAHM, which has been indicating that we are about to, well, the US is about to plunge into a recession, stock market correction, yen unwind. A lot of what happened with yesterday's crash. There was a crash in the US stock market and a massive crash in the Japanese stock market. Basically the biggest since 1987. And that was when Black Monday happened. And the reason being is because what happened in Japan was that investors were borrowing yen because there was zero interest rate to invest in stocks in the Japanese and US stock market. But then in the last week, the Japanese government has been raising rates, and as a result, this is no longer an appealing approach. And so what was happening is that Japanese investors were basically selling off their US and Japanese stocks. Geopolitical tensions, there's a lot of tension happening right now, potential UK civil war, jump unwinding positions, Mt. Gox distributions, recent pump trapped fresh longs, altcoin dispersion, perfect storm. I agree with all of this, and this very accurately presents what happened. All came together yesterday. But as a result of yesterday, look what's happening today. Everything is absolutely pumping like mad. But I do not believe this is the end of the tumultuous time that we are happening presently. Okay, what I do believe is that we are going to be in a situation. Let me just zoom this out. I believe that we are going to be in a situation where we are going to be coming out of the kind of post-halving sideways momentum. And what we've got right now is just a temporary distribution of monies, right? In anticipation of the coming boom from the liquidity cycle. All right, the liquidity cycle is what I believe dictates the liquidity coming into risk on assets over the course of the next year. Now, this is due to peak mid next year, and 2025, I believe, is where we are going to be seeing stim pumps happening in the US, because they're going to be lowering interest rates. It's going to be stim pumps to basically kickstart the economy, and that is what's going to lead to, I believe, the peak mid 2025, and then possibly a quite hard recession or depression coming afterwards, and then the cycle begins again, go back into a bear market, etc., etc. I don't believe that time is now, but I do believe that we are not yet quite out of this very, very, volatile period. Okay, but I do expect that it's going to be resuming where we are going to be making a lot of money soon. If I looked at my portfolio yesterday, oh my god, what an absolute car crash that was. It was hideous. Let me just make sure everything, you can hear me okay. Yes, you can. Let me just share this over to the Twitterverse, because there's probably an SH ton of people that don't know I'm live. YouTube are really lousy with notifications for crypto YouTubers at this present time. So anyway, there we are. Posted, done and done. That was quite easy. So, I believe we got a lot to come, but I also believe this is a time where you should be eyeing out cryptocurrencies to buy. All right, this is just absolutely the right time to be doing it. Okay, if you did some buying yesterday, I think that was one of the best times this year to have been buying. Somebody said to me yesterday, with all due respect, we're nowhere near a bottom, yada yada yada, very far from done. Well, you know what? You don't know when the final time to buy is. And what I responded was, I said I could tell you this is one of the best times in 2024. Other than a couple of weeks ago, it's the best time to be buying. I took some positions yesterday, which, in my personal opinion, were amongst the best positions I could have gotten this year. And if they were going to give me more, then fine, I'll take them. But the liquidity cycle suggests we are going to be having a massive bull phase to come in the next year. So why not DCA? And that is basically my approach. Now, if we have a look at the liquidity cycle, we do have tumultuous times. Back in the last liquidity cycle, it doesn't just go straight up. Okay, as you can see here, went up and then had a big correction, went up, had another correction, and then went up again. All right, so these times, these temporary liquidity issues, they're very, very short term in my opinion. Now, of course, I could subscribe to the Philocone way of thinking, which is that he believes, anyway, that there is a quarter of him that believes that Bitcoin has reached the top for this cycle and a major correction is beginning, and that we are going to be seeing Bitcoin's price go down to basically the either mid to late 20s. Basically, if it's going along this channel here. Now, I don't really subscribe to this at all, but I mean, it's absolutely a sign of the times when people are saying, I should have taken profits. I believe that this was a left-leaning cycle after all. It's already completed. I should never have bought these things. Suppoman's predictions were a pile of crap, etc., etc. That's what happens at times like this, okay? And I was even thinking yesterday, when I saw that things were going down, I was thinking, oh man, should I sell this? Should I? No. Buy, okay? This is how it works, right? This is how it works, right? Buy low, sell high, right? So you don't sell in crashes, you buy in crashes, you sell at peaks. We've had some peaks already this year. That's when you sell. Not now. Now's when you buy. All right, buy and accumulate, buy and accumulate. And that's my personal position on the matter. And as you can see, basically the market's had a huge relief rally. Some cryptos really going right up. All right, so I believe that we have got some way to go, and it's just temporary flush out. All right, so I don't believe that there's any need to be worrying. So let's now go on to the action. Bear with me, let me just make sure the chat is okay. Yes, it is. All you guys are here. Good to see you. Suppoman coin is here. Excellent. Good to see you make an appearance. A coin making an appearance. There we are. That shows you basically the level of skill that the Suppoman coin has. Right, okay. So let's just go straight into the action and be looking at these dip buys and what do I suggest. Right. Now, the first one you will never have seen me cover before. And the first one, I believe, is an absolute beauty. So, the first one is Metalcore. Now, Metalcore is actually a AAA shooting game like the Terminator, like Rise of the Machines. This has been invested in by Immutable X, Epic Games, and Animoca Brands. It's absolutely fantastic quality. Look at it. What an incredible looking game. Now, this game presently is at a $1.5 million market cap. The price is 204 and it has been 10x higher. Now, I personally got into Metalcore through Neo Tokyo, and Leo Trades is the one that brought in Metalcore. So the fact that this is embraced and invested in by Neo Tokyo, and the fact that this is, in my opinion anyway, a fantastic quality first-person shooter. I mean, you've just seen the graphics and the capabilities. And seeing where Axie Infinity got to in the last cycle as a single-player game, an 11 billion market cap, I think this one could really run. Now, I believe that this is a reasonable multiplier. Think about it. Leo is likely to be talking about it. Leo does like to talk about Immutable X and Immutable X based games, of which Metalcore is. And it's AAA. It's got fantastic investors. So this one has a real good chance. I'm surprised this basically came down 10x. Now, if this was to go up 10x, it'd be 15 million. If it was to go up 100x, it would be 150 million. Now, considering that a game like UFO in the last cycle reached a 1 billion market cap, this has the potential to actually get reach and visibility because it's likely to be covered by Elio, potentially by Alex Becker when he covers games. So this one is likely to stand out amongst the crowd. And UFO was spoken about by Alex Becker and Leo Trades in the last market, and they didn't have the subscriber size they have now. So imagine when things go absolutely nuts in the bull cycle, this one could really pump bigly. Bigly, apparently, according to AI Trump. Does he say that? I don't know. Right, next up, we have got WAS Studios. Now, WAS Studios, again, this is a games development cryptocurrency. What they have produced already is a fighting game, a drift-based game, and also a first-person shooter. And this is really an indie developer, right? So they are coming out with these titles. They've also got a karting game as well. So this is no small fry. This is a very decent cryptocurrency that at this present time is $428,000 market cap. Now, yesterday I saw this at 333k. And by the evening, this had gone up 50%. So it's quite clear this has got attention. And that was quite a big amount of liquidity coming into WAS Studios, showing me that, oh, in a bull season, this one could pump like mad. Think about it. Now, this has really come down to a price I bought it. I bought it at this price. Right? So the price you are getting in it today is basically the price I got into it. So that's showing you really that this opportunity has been reset. And if this comes down again to, let's say, even 300 or even under 300, then I think this could be an absolutely incredible hit because it's games developers. There are more games to be coming out, more promotions to be had with WAS Studios. I know for a fact they are going to be doing better marketing over the course of time. and really when the time is right. And the time that's right is when we are in that bull phase and liquidity is coming back to gaming. Now we're going to go into the AI field, and the first one that we have got is Blender. And Blender really is my favorite AI play. Blender has come down to a beautiful price. Last week it was anything from 70 cents to 85 cents. Now it's 53 cents, and yesterday it was 43 cents. Yesterday was a beauty. And I saw that quite a few people in Team Suppo in the chat did actually buy this. So they got an absolute deal, a cracker of a deal. Now, Blender is distributed GPU power, and again, a way of you being able to earn from renting out that power and being able to make a passive income. So it's got two reasons why this should do well. Now, again, this is just like Render. Render is 4 billion. This one is 22 million. All right. I believe this one could make an 83x. I really like Blender. And again, if it comes down again, if you love AI, this could be a very good one. And again, this is also AB, Alex Becker. He also has Blender in his account. I haven't seen him talk about it, but this could be one he's keeping for later. Next one is a very, very low cap cryptocurrency. I've never spoken about this one, and this is an AI gem potentially. And that is Skillful AI. Now, Skillful AI is an AI-based modular virtual assistant. What's meant by modular is you build this thing out to be a virtual version of you. So what happens is you can use this virtual version of you to do all the things you need it to do. So if you need it to edit videos, if you need it to be, if you need it to do any kind of analysis or anything like that, you can build all these different functions into it. So if I just show you Skillful AI, this is really an indication of what it does.
Transform any idea into reality in just a few clicks. Connect the best AI tools, enhance it with your personal knowledge and expertise to create your own AI assistant with no limitations. You dream it, we digitize it. And here's the catch. At the heart of Skillful AI is true ownership. We've empowered your creativity with the security and efficiency of blockchain and NFT just ideas.
So look, this gives you an indication of the different things you can build into it. Vision Studio, AI Home, AI Colorist, Motion Tech, Ad Designer, Marketing Ninja, Social Media Assistant, Legal, it's in there somewhere. So that gives you an indication of the different functionality that you can build into an AI modular assistant. So I believe that this one is very, very interesting, actually, as a concept, and certainly something that I think that gives it value for the AI season. Now, this is presently a $1.1 million market cap. Now, Alex Becker is an early investor in this. Now, I think that this price has actually come down to around about the IDO price. So I think this was a Seedify-based IDO. And Seedify are good for gaming and AI projects. So that tells you this is a potential elite project in its very early stages. It's hit 19 cents, presently 6.6 cents. And I think it's got a multiplier potential of about 76x. Could be better, but this is what I believe anyway. You know, I really like cryptocurrencies that are well under $1 because new investors love these types of cryptocurrencies. They're way more appealing psychologically. All right, so there we are. So there's the gaming. There is the AI coins that I really like. Next, we have got some meme coins. So just before I go on to that, let me just have a look. Suppo, do you like any of the following projects that have not released a token, assuming the valuations are decent when they hit exchanges? Nillion, Ready Games, Avalon, Allura. I don't know Avalon. I don't know Inworld. I don't know Allura. Nillion is interesting, I would say. Ready Games, I did like the sound of, but I've looked at the valuation, the early valuation, I thought, nah, I've had a chance to invest in this at an early stage, and I am not a fan of the valuation at all, so I'd say no to that. And OG, well, that's Zero Gravity, isn't it? And I do like the look of that. Again, very high valuation. So it's when it comes to what I invest in, I look for an ultra small market cap. Okay, these have room to run. These have, you know, basically the potential to get big multipliers. Something that starts out at something that starts out at $500 million or $1 billion market cap, forget it. If their fully diluted value is a huge market cap, just forget it. I'm not interested. I only go for it if the fully diluted value is under 20 million and the initial market value will be well under 1 million. So yeah, so really it's not just the project is one aspect of any investment I make. The second aspect is the price, the multiplier making potential. And no, some of them have not been very good. Can you review Xerox AI? I'll look at it at the end, I believe. Let me just write that one down. And by the way, people, if you want me to look at anything, super chat it, and I will look at it at the end. So Xerox AI. I don't really like an AI which takes its name from an official brand. FLT Flatulence, I think that is. AI Deepin H Bar founder is CEO, 10 million market cap revolutionary. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I think that Flatulence looks okay. It's an AI play. So yeah, it's not too bad. But I mean, there are lots of AI plays, right? You've got to, you can't be investing forever. You can't have 1,000 investments in your portfolio. You've got to kind of, really be, what do you really truly believe in, and what has massive multiplier potential, opportunity. And that's what it comes down to. There's probably things that I don't invest in that make bigger multipliers. Can't win them all. But as long as you win way more than you lose, it's basically a good thing. Don't forget AI Pad. Yeah, I spoke about AI Pad in the last one. Do you still like Andy on Base? Yes, I like Andy on Base a lot. And actually, today, Andy on Base is one of the bigger... multipliers. Well, not what multipliers, but one of the bigger gainers today. Certainly better than all the other Andys. Okay, admittedly, it did go down. And yesterday, again, was a huge steal. I think it was like 4. Jesus, look at that. Wow. It went down. Oh, hold on. That's looking over a year. That's like 24 hours. So this went down. Yeah, as I thought, 4.9 million market cap. This was an absolute beauty of a buy yesterday. If you got in at this is we're not worthy, basically, is what I've got to say. That was a great buy yesterday. But there may be other opportunities. But I very much like Andy. Again, if you have a look at all the other Andy competitors, this one absolutely obliterates all the rest of them. And to be honest, I think this is the highest quality Andy there is in the meme coin market. Miggles, very low market cap. That ain't going to last, sorry. Ambition lighters. Hate to basically burst the bubble. Right, okay, let's start with meme coins. All right, and there's a new narrative that I am very much loving right now and have taken some big positions in, and they've been very, very fruitful. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is Nero on Sol. So Nero is basically the cousin or whatever, or sister, little sister of Doge, right, of Kabosu, right? So it's the adopted sister, little sister of the owner of Doge. The Doge obviously passed away, or Kabosu died not long ago, and basically now there is an opening in the market for a new Doge, and Nero is basically slap bang in it. And the best actual performer is Nero on ETH. I think the opportunity now has gone. So when I covered it last week, it was around about, I want to say 70 million. I can't really remember. No, it might have been less than that. It might have been about 50 million in last week's episode. And then it went straight up to 100 million, and then further, it's now gone to 200 million. So the opportunity's gone. But as far as I'm concerned, the rival for what is the main Nero is the Solana version, and it presently is a 17 million market cap. Now, I believe this has got way more room to the upside. And of course, it's got that ETH rivalry, which is helping it pump. So I put a notification in my Suppoman all buys group. So the people who have 1 million Suppoman go into a special group. There's only 100 or so people in it. I want to keep it very, very small. And I let them know that I bought Nero on Sol last week. And I put about 10 Sol into it because I was waiting for it to go down. And it actually turned into 100 Sol. All right. So this was a beauty, but it has come right back down. So this, I think, has potential, particularly because Nero on ETH is flying. And the thing is yes, this will make multipliers, but it will make the tens of multipliers, if not under that. right? So this could make a 10x maybe, but to me, Nero on Sol has way more potential to the upside. So this one is a great play. If this goes down again, I will buy this. If this goes down to under the buy price I got in at, I will buy this again. Because I think this one's a beauty. It's just such a sweet narrative. And I don't mean sweet in the adorable sweet. I mean it's sweet gains, basically. But it is also sweet. Next, we have got Young Peasy. Now, Young Peasy has come down big time. It is, but not without all the work that's still going to be going on in the background. So when I first covered this was like 4 million, right? And this had already gone up to over 10 million. And now it's come right back down to 1.1 million. All right? Now, you only have to look at Pi, which is the Chinese Pepe, to see how a Pepe derivative on ETH can do. Now, Young Peasy is basically the alter ego of Pepe. So Pepe, in the original Boys Club series, he's got an alter ego. And because Pepe is the main character in the Boys Club, well, Young Peasy, therefore, as a Pepe derivative, is a strong brand with a very, very low markup at this present time. So, I think this one's going to hit. I do know of the team behind it, which is an incredible team, the things that they've been involved in already, some multi-hundred million cryptocurrency launches, and I know who is in this for pumping it later, and they're big names. So, what this needs to do is this just needs to have a decent bull trend happening to accommodate the growth. So I think this one's got excellent opportunity to the upside. It's very, very unknown now. I don't think it's going to remain unknown. And that's why I think 1.1 million is an absolute steal for this. Next, we have got Ken. I love this one. Ken. Oh, what a beauty. Again, just like the Nero, this is another big potential hit. And again, this is an ETH-based cryptocurrency. So all the home coins, all the main meme coins tend to really blow up on ETH, if anything, right? Solana does have JEETs. There's great multiplier potential when you've got some solid coins, like I believe that Nero is. But as far as, something that's potentially a little bit more speculative, ETH is where they thrive. And Ken is basically the dog that the owner of the Shiba Inu, Kabusu, Ken was the first dog that they had. Okay, the first dog. This was essentially the first Doge, right? Ken, owned by the people that owned Kabusu and Nero. All right, so it's essentially the older brother of Doge. The fuck, right? This is epic. This is huge, right? Now I say it's huge, but at this present time, it is a 1.3 million market cap. 1.3 million. This one has come down over 10x. Right? This boomed over 10 million last week because it slapped bang in that Doge Nero narrative. It's also a dog. Dog is the #1 narrative in memes. It's on ETH. It gives it a lot of strength. This one has come down massively and has huge room to the upside. Okay, look. Nero on ETH has done very well. 200 million market cap. Ken is yet, really, to get all of the, I suppose, the adulation. Because it came out at really bad time. A really volatile time. But this has enormous room to the upside. Think about it. Nero came out at a beautiful time. It had like a 5-day period to be able to just boost to a 200 million market cap. And Ken has not had that chance yet. But it is the same exact. It's got the same it's got the same circumstances. It's got the same factors and features as Nero on ETH that's gone to 200 million. So this one, really what it needs is a bull trend. So this could be a very, very good time to be accumulating. It's particularly just gone down so much. Now again, I know the team behind Ken. It's a team that have launched a multiple 100 million meme coin project already. All right, a multiple dog-based meme coin already. This is a strong team. Now, somebody actually brought this to me in my mastermind group, and I've got to say that I'm really impressed with that person. So, hats off to them. They were able to identify something when this was at a really early stage, but it's come back to lower than the price roughly the price they initially brought this into the group with. So this is starting from zero. As I said, it's gone to over 10 million in the past. Actually went to 15 million. So this one is a beauty of a narrative. The next one that we have got is the other Ken on Solana, right? So if you look on Deck Screener, or as I love to call it, Dick Screener, then let's have a look and see where it is. Okay, so let's just go here. Dick Screener. Ken. Here's the first Ken, a beauty. And then here's the second Ken, which has just had a pump by the looks of it. Yes, just had a pump, which is incredible. Because a minute ago, when I was just before the stream, this was 111k. 111k. So it's just pumped, right? So what you're seeing here with First Dog is you are seeing the speculative version on Solana, all right? So where you have got the ETH version, which I would say is the proper version, the official version, the one that's probably likely to do well long term, this is the speculative version, which at this present time is a very low market cap of 161. Now, I actually bought into this when it was about 400k, so I'm already on a big loser here. So, basically right now you're getting it like 3x cheaper than I got it. So you're already automatically a better speculator than I am. So there we are. So they've got a website, they have got, the socials, and this, in my opinion, is a good speculative play that I have taken. And as I said, was, anyway, 111k market cap with a lot of room to the upside. Think about it. It's a perfect storm. Basically, Nero on ETH can take up Nero on Sol. Nero on ETH can take up Ken on ETH. And Ken on ETH can take up Ken on Sol. Think about it. It's a perfect momentum builder, right? That's why I've got them all. Right? I think that they have all got the perfect storm to rise when we get the up-only cycle, because Doge narrative strong, Dog's narrative strong, memes are obviously very, very strong. 2024, 2025 is the years of memes. This is the cycle of memes. I don't care what anybody says, gaming or AI or layer ones or new layer ones or modular blockchains. It's not worth a shit, because at the end of the day, the king of narratives that I believe is going to permeate until the end of the bull market is going to be memes. They are strong. They have got fantastic upside potential. The demand is there, and you only have to see, how, even the likes of PayPay did. All right, so PayPay yesterday was actually a fantastic price, and today it pretty much yesterday PayPay was a fantastic price to accumulate. It went down to 40 million. And now it's zoomed back up to 80 million. Just like that. It just soared back up. So it's strong, right? Memes are strong, dogs are strong, Pepe, Doge, they're all strong, right? So they're strong narratives. Therefore, I believe in these particular cryptocurrencies and think that the right circumstances can accommodate massive multipliers, as you can see here. Young Peasy, 250, Ken on ETH, 192. Very, very possible. Next, and the last one, and it is a pet-related one, is Magic. This one is 74k market cap. If you were quick on the button yesterday, this was 67. And that's showing you the support it's got. It did not tank like others. So it is pretty much bottomed at this point. All right, now think about it. PopCat, Mog, they have got billions programmed in. They are going to be billionaire. They're going to be billion-dollar cryptocurrencies, okay? Probably tens of billion-dollar cryptocurrencies. So if you want a 10x, PopCat, and the other one, fine. But this one, I think, has got way more room to the upside. Like 189x I have I believe anyway, as a very modest potential multiplier. All right, but 189x. I have invested over $10,000 into Magic. That is giving you an indication of what I want to turn that $10,000 into. 189x on $10,000? Money, money, coins, 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 cash, 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 just going to be raining down on me. Right, so that's not going to happen with the likes of Popcat and Mog. That's not going to happen with the likes of Waffles and Toshi. Yeah, they'll make decent. Those could make decent multipliers. You know, probably 20x maybe. But this one has got over 100x potential. And you can rely on this being spoken about throughout the entirety of the bull market. There you go, peeps. There are some top quality altcoins for you to be eyeing up. Either now to DCA, because even right now, I mean, look at the likes of Blender, look at the likes of Young Peasy, the likes of Ken. These have come down so much. This was a 15 million cryptocurrency. This was over 10 million cryptocurrency. Blender was a $250 million cryptocurrency. Come right back down, right? So it gives you the indication that even though yesterday was a beautiful time, we're now in a period of temporary distribution. All right, before we start to see, I believe anyway, the liquidity cycle start to come to fruition. I mean, you only have to look really at the inflows. All right, so the inflows for Ethereum, for instance, the newest ETF, is 48.7 million. So the money's coming in now. The money is starting to come in. We could be seeing an altcoin season thrive at any point. You just never know when it's going to happen. I operate on the indication that the pumps could happen at any time. All right. Now we could be waiting. Like I said, you know, we could be waiting for. Let me just look for it. We could be waiting. We could be waiting till end of August. We could even be waiting till end of September. We don't know. No one knows. Okay. Typically, it's a 4 to 5 month of sideways action post-halving before the up only. All right, that's what happened back in 2020. That's what happened back in 2016 to a lesser extent. And it's also what happened all the way back in 2013 as well. So it's always been the case that there's that sideways action before pump. Look, sideways action, pump. Sideways action. Oh, just look at that violence. Violence. Okay? And then the same again in the last cycle. So look at that, just violence, pure violence, all right? So this is what we have awaiting at some point. And like I said, I believe that we have got I do believe that we are going to have the recession probably sometime in 2025. It's going to probably lead to a depression. But I believe in the interim, there's going to be a liquidity stimulus into the market that is going to just lead to that blow off top, both for stocks and cryptos. And that will culminate at some point, either early to mid 2025. Right, there we are, people. So I hope that has explained to you really the state of play at this time and why you have reasons to be bullish. Because look, the liquidity cycle has never been too far wrong. Last time it was almost fully realized. In 2050, it wasn't, I suppose. But most of the time, there is a pump. And this is like beginning of 2024. So where we are probably right now is around about here. So we've got the up-only phase to come. We've already had kind of this bottomed end of 2022. Exact time when FTX happened, right? The bottoming of the liquidity cycle nicely coincides with the most bearish event in crypto that's ever happened. FTX going down, that, you know, marks the bottom here. And the top really will be this cycle, this bull market cycle. And we've already seen a big pump from 16k Bitcoin, 15k Bitcoin, all the way up now to 72k Bitcoin. And now we've seen it come down, and then we'll be ready to resume again. And we'll probably see Bitcoin going from 120, 150, maybe even 200k. Those are kind of like my bottom, medium, and top potential targets for Bitcoin. Right, okay. Let me just check out any suggestions that you guys have. Let me go back to Dick Screener and CoinMarketCap. So Miggles, no, not Miggles, Xerox. There isn't a Xerox AI. Interesting. Is it here? Oh, am I even spelling it correctly? Yes. There is no Xerox AI, I'm afraid. I'm not gonna bother looking on their Twitter because unless it's like listed somewhere, I'm just not interested. Miggles. May as well have a look at Miggles. How's that a low market cap? Come on, man. You look at Fifi, Matt Fury's third. Oh, come on, man. What's going to be next? Fucking Pepe's leg. Fucking Bird Dog's hand. You know, what's next? How many bloody different Matt Fury characters can you fit into a meme coin season? It's 3.4 million. What? I don't give a shit for this at all. Tars AI. Let's have a look at this. Come on. This is getting annoying now. Hold on a minute. It's 14.5 million market cap, so fully diluted is 109. Right, okay. Tars, Solana's AI infrastructure, GPT-4, supercharging GPT-4, AI network for Solana. Yeah, well, nah. I mean, nah, in my opinion. Safe play? I wouldn't say it's safe play at all. Could you review Jum coin? It's named after a well-known guy. Well, for 20 bin, whatever that is. Oh, like after Jim Cramer. Oh, there's loads of these. There's loads of these. Jum Cramer. Doesn't even really look like a... I mean, okay, maybe it does look okay. It's got memes after him. Yeah, hasn't this been out a while? It's been out forever. It's basically just been dumped. It's basically just a shadow of its former self. It's this one. This one, it could be okay. But with 386 trading volume, nah, I think that it's pretty dead. Puppet on Sol. If you wonder why I'm immediately like destroying these coins, it's because I think I have a very good idea of narratives that do well in meme season. So if I hear a name, I just think, if this gets me to have to think, then I'm not really that interested. Puppet, I mean, this is quite a well-known meme, isn't it? It's that side-eye thing, that creepy-looking thing. It's just called Puppet. Okay, very, very basic website. 28k volume. You know, this, how many, it's got 1,600 holders in all this time. No, I mean, it's recognizable. I'll give it that. But, I mean, isn't there another one named after this? I mean, I don't really know. How do you think Say will do? I think that Say is potentially a strong one. It seems to be being talked about by the big YouTubers. Okay, so that is typically what gives it rise. I believe my buy-in price was cheaper than this. I think I got it around about 10 cents from what I can remember anyway. And yeah, it's decent. It's decent, I would say. But you know the fully diluted valuation of 2.4 billion is it's a saturated market. A lot of layer ones. I believe this is the market for memes. I think they're going to do better. They're going to do stronger. This one could probably 20x maybe at a maximum. That's what I would say. This would be something that if you've got a large amount in fiat, this would be one to take a play in. How was this done over yesterday? 20 cents. Didn't come down a lot. One I did get into yesterday was Internet Computer Protocol. I just think I am bullish on this one, but this one is a This one isn't going to have huge multipliers in my opinion, but I do think that this was a great time to get in, because if you have a look in the last, I mean, look, it was at $2, it pumped up to $20, and you know it's now come down to the second lowest price it's ever been. So I bought it yesterday at 6.47. So yeah, so I think that was probably my play. If this comes down under 6, then I'll buy it again for sure. This was a good one. ZKML, I'm not a big fan of it. I think the only reason it's done well is because of Alex Becker. This would be sitting on about 2 cents right now if it wasn't for Alex Becker. So that's all I've got to say on it. He's basically carrying the coin. It doesn't really matter what this coin is or does or anything like that. It could be called anything. It could do anything. The fact that Alex Becker talks about it is what makes it pump. Simple as that. Can you really trust that? I don't know. Cat Dog for Heijin Imana. Cat Dog again is this already kind of blown up. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just such a poor name, Cat Dog. I mean, come on, anybody could come up with that. With a lot of these cryptocurrencies, it's who is behind them. It's the team. Have they been involved in meme coins that have pumped before? Do they have a network of people that will help market it? That's what it comes down to. Otherwise, this would be ordinarily pretty weak. If this was just brought out by an average person, this would be weak. But the fact that this has been brought out by somebody who's probably got a history is why it's doing well. It's a little bit like Nero on ETH. The reason why this is doing really well is because the founder of the ETH version, is also the same person who brought out Ponk. And of course, all the people who are kind of shouting out Nero right now are also people that were behind Ponk. So with the founder comes also the network, the insiders. That's why this Nero's doing well. But to me, I think the better play is the Solana one. But then I would say that, wouldn't I? Memes make it possible. Crypto Gains token. Yeah, I've spoken about that before. I bought a little bit at the time. I've got to say, I'm a bit surprised. It's a 422k market cap. It's. I don't think it's. Oh, there's actually a better website now. In fact, there actually is a website. I think is probably the right thing to say. Yeah, it's. You best believe. I'm surprised it's doing that well, but I'm glad it does because I got some quite early. Good time getting the boys on base. Same old. If you like it and believe in it, then you should get into it for sure. Do I think so? No, not at that market cap. Sui, probably best to look at this on here. Sui, I think, still has that potential to be picked up. You don't see the potential when nothing's really happening, but look at that price, 60 cents. Now, I got Sui at, I want to say 39 cents. Yes, I did. I got Sui at 39 cents. We go back. Yeah, that's when I got it. I got it at 39 cents. And now it's only really double that. Yesterday was 53 cents. So, at times when nothing's really happening with a project, you can't really see the future. But, with Solana all the way back in 2022, when it was down at like $8, back then, here we are. Back when I bought it, you couldn't back then see what was going to happen with Solana. Right? You couldn't see it was going to make an epic comeback. You thought with Sam Bankman-Fried FTX that really pumped this, you thought, well, that was what explored the massive pump in it. But actually, what I saw was this was actually an incredible chain, very, very fast, cheap. And Sui has all of those attributes. So Sui has that potential to be sexy. They just need to get some traction. They need an up-only phase. If we go back to where we were, this is where we are now. This is the equivalent of where we were back in 2020. And basically, on around about this date, Solana was $2.66. All right, and it subsequently went down when I covered it at $1.80 or so. Right, so you can see that back then it didn't look sexy, but then the bull season came along in 2021, the beginning of 2021, and then further, the latter stages of 2021, and look at the rise Solana made. So there's still a year of potential for Sui. All right, they just need to They just need to really, their investors need to create liquidity. Stop selling it, just create liquidity for it. But basically, it's got the potential for Solana because it's got exactly the same attributes of Solana. Right, I think that is it for today. How are we doing for timeage? I think we are just under the hour mark. Yes, we are. So that's really good. So there we are, people. There are some awesome. Let me have a look and see if there's any decent questions in the chat. Andy on Blast? No. Stupid. That is being carried really by Stan Crypto, which is legendary, to be fair. I like the guy. I think he's awesome. No. Odd. You guys aren't really coming up with anything. I thought there would be. Next Suppoman will promote his Suppoman coin. Yes, I didn't today. Can't keep doing it, can I? Trump Jr. I think I covered Trump Jr. It's a pretty weak narrative, I would say. Trump is the narrative, to be fair. Pom's out. Pom's done. Brainlet meme, that's crap. I've looked at that. What do you think about Giga Chad? Giga Chad is the trending one, isn't it? No, it's not. Hold on, let me get that off. Giga Chad, yeah, it's a trending one today. It's doing really well. Jinan, I missed out on this one yesterday. Yesterday I saw this at about 23 million market cap or something. I was going to buy it. I didn't buy it. That was a shame. Should have bought this one because this is a strong cap meme. And again, part of that whole, I believe anyway, part of that whole Nero thing. Yeah, Jin and Jojo's cat's brother. But that gives you an indication. Look, a Solana Nero meme has gone to 55 million. So why can't an ETH Nero meme do way better in the case of Ken, right? So Jinan, I think, is, again, it's really who is talking about this. I've seen Overdoses talking about it. So that is who's behind it a lot of the time. And, you know, this has to reach a certain market cap for certain people to talk about it. Right, I think that's it, people. Not a lot more questions. So there we are, peeps. So thank you very much for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed, because we are in a bloodbath period. Oh, hold on a mo. We have got Inia Glasson. Hey, Suppo, with boring. So bullish on SWE. Don't you think it's worth looking for good memes on SWE? Yeah, well, what I think is worth doing for me is investigating how easy it is to buy SWE coins. I've not done any bridging. I've not looked at how to get into what dexes to use or anything like that. So at this point, I've kind of left SWE alone. The memes that I've seen on SWE have not really done anything for me. So that's why I think there's potential later on. We could be probably seeing some big founders migrating to the likes of SWE. But thank you very much for the 80 Australian dollars. I really appreciate that, Inia. And awesome question, I also think. So thank you very much. That's fine. Right, okay. Right, okay, that's it. So, thank you very much, people, for being here. And also, if you weren't around when I said it, please join the new Suppoman gaming channel. It does have games. It does have insights in there. And also, I plan on streaming on this channel, which I don't think you should miss out on. And plus, I am going to be coming out with videos, crypto videos. If you really want to get ahead in crypto, if you want to really know what I know, you want to look at videos like this and subscribe to this channel. But anyway, yes, there we are, people. So thank you very much for being here today. I believe we are still potentially in a bloodbath period. I'm not ruling that out. If the prices come, buy. If they don't, hold. Or DCA if you think that there's a good opportunity. And I believe that the liquidity cycle is going to make this temporary period really look like unforgettable. Forgettable. So, love you all, and I will see you of the next time. It is lights out, all out.